Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did.
Lands good punches. I think Canelo could hurt Crawford. Crawford's, first time in that division and jumping two divisions.
Hey, Terence Crawford being, to me, my favorite fighter. I mean, the best fighter pound for pound can be Canelo. I mean, a 147-pounder moving up to 68.
Floyd Mayweather has spoken, and he says Terence Crawford will never beat Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather points directly to the massive weight disadvantage. Moving up several divisions isn't just about skill, it's about size, power, and endurance at the elite level. Canelo has faced naturally bigger men his entire career. Crawford, meanwhile, is stepping into uncharted territory. And for Floyd, that difference is simply too great to overcome, no matter how brilliant Crawford is technically.
If you like this, please subscribe Punch Vista and click the bell icon for more latest and interesting videos.
Because of the weight disadvantage. I can't go all the way up to 180 or 190 pounds.
Trainer Robert Garcia echoes the concern. He explains that Crawford's lack of experience at super middleweight could be the single biggest challenge of his career. Yes, Crawford has looked dominant across multiple weight classes, but this is different. Canelo Alvarez has perfected his craft against bigger men for years, while Crawford's body has yet to fully adapt. Garcia warns that Crawford appears less explosive and less fluid with the extra weight, a dangerous factor against a champion who thrives in this division.
Jumping two divisions where he only had one fight at 154 and didn't look his best either. So there's a lot of questions, about that, and that's why a lot of people think Canelo is going to knock out Crawford, but I'm probably one of the only ones that I do give Crawford a chance. I think Crawford could pull it off. Crawford is very talented. He's very fast. He's very smart in the ring. So I think a perfect fight, Crawford could pull off a decision.
Okay.
I think he could win a decision. I don't pick him. I wouldn't put my money on him winning because it's a very dangerous, risky fight, especially with Canelo being so strong. But Canelo's last few performances, he's looked slow, flat-footed, looking for one punch at a time. And if that's the Canelo that fights Crawford, Crawford could win a decision. Crawford could outbox him, could outsmart him, could land 3-4 punch combinations and move and win a decision. So do I give Crawford a chance? 100% think Crawford could pull it off. Would I put my money on it? Probably not, but I do give him a chance.
Yeah, good stuff. Look, Robert, appreciate you taking time to speak to me. I appreciate you letting me in the gym today. Always a pleasure. And hopefully be catching up sometime soon.
Thanks
appreciate
for coming.
it. Thank you.
Very
Cheers.
much.
Showbiz the Adult underlines just how monumental the stakes really are if Crawford were to overcome Canelo's size and power. His legacy would explode into rare air, placing him alongside Floyd Mayweather in the all-time great debate. A win over Canelo would cement Crawford as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of his generation, but even then, Showbiz insists it wouldn't surpass Floyd's legacy. An undefeated career spanning eras keeps Mayweather at the top. At best, Crawford would sit just behind him in history. Still, the chance to leap into such rarefied status makes this fight one of the most defining moments boxing has ever seen.
Time undisputed is insane. If you were to beat Canelo, Terence Crawford, at that point, pound for pound, right under Floyd. Wherever you got Floyd, I put whatever you got him. Terence Crawford is right behind him, unless you got him first. Okay, how about me? Because I don't have Floyd in my top 10. I have Pacquiao over Floyd. So I know somebody's about to get moist, but I would put Terence Crawford, man, that's old school. That's Henry Armstrong, Sam Langford. Like that's old. That's Joe Gans and Barbados Joe Walcott and Barbados Joe, not Jersey. I'm Barbados. Like that's old school accomplishments. Man, that's throwback. I would have to assess that. 3-time undisputed in the 4-belt era, and against who? Yo, that I don't think Pacquiao would have I don't think he achieved anything in a single fight that would be greater than Terence Crawford jumping up 3 weight classes and beating Canelo. I don't think Pacquiao achieved anything in a single fight greater than that. Not in a single fight. Beating Cotto, I still, because Cotto was weight drained. Has Floyd done anything? Well, he beat Canelo.
Jeff Mayweather had strong words after Canelo claimed Crawford might be better than Floyd. For Jeff, that's not about truth. It's about Canelo trying to elevate himself. Since Canelo lost convincingly to Floyd, suggesting Crawford is superior is, in Jeff's view, just an indirect way of excusing that loss. Jeff admits Crawford is special, but he hasn't yet matched Floyd's dominance, consistency, or record. Undefeated greatness, Jeff argues, still belongs to Floyd alone.
Well, also, if we remember, Canelo at that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other 2 judges scored it for Floyd, of course.
Yeah, nobody had it.
And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game, obviously.
Very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah, but
man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people. But
how are you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
Want to
make himself look like he did something great.
Consistency or record. Undefeated greatness, Jeff argues, still belongs to Floyd alone. And Joel Diaz doesn't mince words either. He outright dismisses Crawford's chances, citing the overwhelming size gap. Canelo has gone toe-to-toe with heavy hitters like Golovkin, men whose power and durability dwarf anything Crawford has faced. Diaz questions how Crawford, used to fighting closer to his natural size, could possibly hurt Canelo. For him, this isn't about skill, but about raw physicality, and in that realm, Canelo Alvarez stands as an immovable mountain. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.